So my name is Bassam Idris. I'm from Saudi Arabia, and my major is political science. I'm a sophomore, and I was at the IEP August 25, and levels completed in the IEP, I completed level 4 and 5.
My name is Giovanna. I'm from Brazil. My major is International Finances and Marketing. I'm at my second semester, freshman year. I was at the IEP fall 2015 until summer 2016, and I completed levels 3, 4, and 5 at the IEP.
Hello, my name is Vedasta Masangu. I'm from Congo, Africa. My major is advertising in the School of Communication, and I have a minor in Africana Studies. I'm a sophomore. I was in the IEP in 2015, and I completed level 4, actually level 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, I'm Marcel Shemikdenova. I am from Kazakhstan. My major is Master's in Public Administration. I graduated from the IIT in spring 2015, and I actually completed like all levels, the existing levels, from 2 until 5, 3 times.
Like, it was nice, but I was like a little bit stressed because I didn't know how it would be like studying English like in America. So yeah.
For me, I was really sad because I was accepted at the university, and then they realized that my English was low. Yeah. So I was really sad, but then I met like a lot of people, those two, and yeah, I really like it.
For me it was stressful, especially first semester, and a little bit complicated because I have kids. So I need to adapt to a new country, new culture, new area, everything is new. I need to arrange my kids to the school. And the first semester it was stressful. I had to learn not only English, but also to create that environment that is very convenient for me and my kids.
For me, it was like a completely new experience because I was living alone, and then I just came here to study English, and then I decided to apply to the university, so it was a total new experience.
Oh, it's a big difference because you are here like in kindergarten. You know? Like everybody is very kind. Actually, at the university in academic studies, also very kind. Everybody is respectful. But you can't be like so relaxing as you're here. You can't say that I'm tired. Or like if you are procrastinated, it's your problem.
Yeah.
If you are lazy, it's your problem.
What
If
about
you
the
are,
attendance?
it's a very major thing that you have to attend. If you miss just only one class, you can lose a lot of information.
So, and that's for, you're talking about graduate classes, right? How about attendance for undergraduate?
It actually depends on the professors. Some professors, they're okay, like they don't take attendance because it's like a huge class, but some professors do actually take attendance. So if they do and like you miss 2 classes, then like they might send you an email or something because you're missing a lot of notes, and they can't send you the notes. You have to take it from someone else, and like maybe like the person next to you wouldn't let you take their notes. So like it depends.
And even if the teacher doesn't take attendance and you don't go to class, you miss like all the subject, and then you'll be lost and you don't know what to do, and so it's better.
And also some of the teachers, like I'm taking a class with, I think in that class we are 120 people, and the teacher does take attendance, and we give grades too for attendance, so it's like participation. So if you miss that class, you lose grade too, like maybe like 5 or something. But here the teacher cares more about you, so if you have a problem, they will understand. If you come late, they will understand. But there, it's you. It's you. If you want to go to class, go to class. If you want to not pay attention and be on your computer, I think, no, I don't think it's more difficult.
It is more difficult
Yeah.
for me. Because like here, I'm used to like having everything like set, like all my notes are set, everything is set. But there, I'm all on my own. Like if I don't participate, I don't pay attention, I lose grades. Like because I'm not like also in my exams, everything. Like here, my exams, like I can study with anyone. Like but there, it's not easy to make friends in your class. So like you're just like, it's like, for me it's different and it's hard.
And even the schedule, like here is all set up, like you study from 9 to 3 and then you have the intervals and everything, but there no, you need to choose your classes and then you need to choose your teacher and then the time, and then overlaps, you want 2 classes at the same time and then you don't know what to do, and that's the main difference. And then you need to adapt like your study like between classes, and if you want to do like a schedule like the IEP, just study in the morning, and then you need to see like set up everything how you like, and then if it's possible, and the level of difficulty of course is more difficult.
From the academic perspective, it's another level, it's another dimension. Here you read only like article for 5 pages, like maximum. There you have to read 3 articles, like 30 pages each. You have to read a chapter to be prepared for a class. You have to do a presentation, and it can be like every week. My choice was easy. I was graduated from IEP, and my department waived TOEFL test if you graduated from the IEP. So I just went right directly to my program without taking TOEFL.
I chose because it's a strong school, like in Florida, and like I like Miami, so that's why is the best school here.
For me, I applied here because I have my sister who goes here. She's gonna graduate in May, so I decided to come in Miami to be with my sister.
And for me, I came to study English first, and then, as I said before, I decided to apply to the university, so it was like my only option, like basically.
I don't know. I like to have my own privacy. Here, like you have to have a roommate, and like sometimes in the weekends, like it depends on the students and in the building, they might like have parties or something, so they scream and come back like late at night, and you can hear them walking. So I love privacy, so that's why I like living alone.
In my case, when I moved here, I started living alone to study at the IEP. So, and then I experienced my friends living at the dorms. So, for example, my friend who lived here, she needed to share like her bathroom with like her suite mates, so her roommate, and then the other 2 in the other room, and then also the privacy, like, and also during the weekends, because it's like one thing is that you live like here from Monday to Friday. The other thing is 7 days a week, and then you need to stay here like 24/7, and then I don't think it's good, basically.
Okay, so when I came here, I lived with my sisters, and then when I graduated from the IEP, I decided to live on campus because it was easy for me. I think it was an easy way to get involved on campus, to meet American students, and to help me with my English. So I decided to go and live on campus, and I really like it. I have a great roommate, a suite mate. Yes, I have to share the bathroom, but every day you're gonna meet like a new person, and you're gonna get more involved too. So I think it's a great idea to start on campus, and then after, if you want privacy, move outside of campus. And also, like, you don't have to wake up early in the morning. You can wait 15 minutes before class and go.
Yeah, it's pretty convenient. Like when you wake up 15 minutes before your class, and then you can just.
But for sure, staying in the campus is like less expensive instead to live in your own house. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also you don't have to share a room with someone. You can have a single room if you want to stay on campus.
You have the option.
Yeah, you have the option.
Okay.
You can have your own bathroom, so it's not like a roommate thing.
Oh, okay.
It's your choice.
Yes. Like as soon as you start listening to English, like you stay in class, and then after that you need to read like 10 times more that you used to read at the IEP, and then you need to do group projects, and then you need to live at the library basically. And then like you need to like just practicing more than at the IB, I think, and then it's starting to get more natural, like you're getting more used to it than at the IB.
No, actually here you learn academic language, and at the university you use academic language. But outside of the university, you talk to Americans, and sometimes I can't understand them. Still, to be honest, you know, bad slang and like casual words.
I still feel shy when I speak in class. Like, I don't like doing presentations because, like, I know that like English is not my first language, so that's why I'm still shy speaking in class and doing presentations. But I have to, like, I have to do it. It's not up to me.
Yeah, like for example, in my case, even in my own language, I'm not comfortable like speaking in public, but you get used to like, I remember my first presentation last semester, I just look at the PowerPoint and then I couldn't look at like the people that were looking at me. But then like the last one, as you were practicing, you just start getting used to, and then it's like the IEP because like people know that English is not your first language, so they're not gonna do like anything to you. They're just gonna understand and try to help you. Like that's the maximum that's gonna happen.
You know, actually, to feel confident, you need just to practice. Even at the IEP, I practiced 10 times, 5 times reading and 5 times in front of the mirror. You will feel confident.
And I have a trick too. When I like have a presentation, I don't look at people. I'm gonna look at the wall. Yes, for real. I don't look at the people.
Depends on what the teacher requires. Like my marketing class, the teacher used to ask us to be like business professionals, so we need to like the guys with suit and tie and everything. But like English class, for example, you can be like as you are. The teacher won't say anything.
Yes, for myself, computers in class, I was really impressed, like really shocked, because where I'm from, we use notebooks, and here it's only computers, and I was seeing people on Facebook, watching videos on YouTube, so I was like, okay, yeah. Yeah. But now I'm using a computer too, so.
I would say like not rules, but like things that they have here that I don't have back in Brazil, like office hours that, for example, you are in class, you have 3 times a week, and then the teacher is gonna be there like the other 2 days from 2 to 4, and then she's there just for you. Like you can go there, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that, and then she's gonna help you, and that's the time that they have for you, and there's nothing that you need to schedule with. She needs to be there, and then it's really helpful because, like, I don't know, it's really helpful.
Yeah, I was actually surprised when I knew that the library is open till 2 a.m. and on finals it's open like 24 hours. It depends. Like, I have a class that we have like 100 students.
100?
100. And the other class were like 20. So it depends on the class.
So maybe in graduate school is different because like maximum students that I had is like 20 and the minimum it was 4 students.
At the beginning, for me it was like really confusing because I'm like, what I'm gonna do? I don't know how to do my schedule and everything. So you go to your advisor and then they tell you like, what's your requirements? What are your requirements? Like based on your major, and then what classes you need to take. And then you go like to Link and search the requirements, and you see like the teachers, the time that they have available, and then you basically build your own schedule. But I'm saying like, for me it was the most stressful day in my life because I had like to choose, and then there was overlapping, and then it's really confusing for me.
And the classes fill up?
Yeah, because you have a time to choose. Like you need to start searching for your classes before, and then you put them in your shopping cart, and then on the day you have a time assigned, for example 11, and then but it starts at 8. So some people start choosing at 8, and then the classes are closing because they start being full. So your first option might be closed at 11 when is your time. So you need to have like backup plans, a lot of that. My advisor is it's kind of confusing, but he helps me when I'm really specific. But I try to tell him like I don't want too much reading or don't like overload myself, and then also I won't like focus, and like if I have too many readings or too many like math-based course or something like this. But I think they do a good job like in telling us like where to go, because it's really, for the first time that you're choosing your class, it's really confusing, like which way you should like go, and so they try to set up like and show you like this class you're going to do this, that class you're going to do that, so they really help us.
You know, I don't think so that advisors, they know amount of study that you have to do for the particular course. It's better for you to talk to the professor separately in order to know about what you will expect. But you need to remember that you have core courses and elective courses. So if you have core courses, you don't have any choice. So you have to take them. But if you have elective, and actually advisors, yeah, they are very nice, especially for international students.
I'm not really sure, but one of my friends are taking a dancing class. So yeah, she can take a dancing class, and she's taking 3 credits on it, and it's an easy A class.
I have a 3-hour class.
And does it have a break in it?
To be honest, my teacher never stays the 3 hours long. Like, I think it's really exhausting, like to be 3 hours in a room, even if you have like 10 minutes break. But like she prefers to continue like 1 hour and 15 minutes without stopping, and then she releases like.
But you could be in a 3-hour class.
Yeah, and then the teacher usually like have a break like 15 minutes.
If it's a big class, they don't care if you have a big, because like, except if I went and talked to them in private. But like, if it's like a small class, like my English class, she knows like me and Gio are international students. So like, she can be like, she talks to us, and like, if I go to her and ask her questions, she would be like easy with me. She wouldn't be like other Americans, because it's not my native language.
I'm taking a low class. It's called freedom of expression, and the terms are really hard. And I had the first test, and then the teacher corrected the test. He was like, I know that there is a lot of international students, and I'm gonna, because the test is like 18 questions of multiple choice, and then we have to write at the end an essay. It's, I think, 70%, yes. And then he said for the essay, I'm not gonna look at the mistakes, because I know that there is a lot of you who like English is the second language, so I'm not gonna count the mistakes, just like see if you understood and if you answered the question correctly.
It depends on professors. Some of them, they are tolerant because you're international, and they have different grading system for international students. But some of them, they have the same requirements for everybody.
For me, I've never studied so much in my life. Like, I mean, you need to put all your effort on it, otherwise you're not gonna get, like, basically it's this, like, you need, the classes that you need to read before, you really need to read before the class, otherwise you're gonna arrive in the class and you won't know what the teacher is saying, and then, like, everybody here takes everything really serious, like, and the thing that like, everyone wants to be the best. It's not like, it's kind of a competition, but it's not at the same time, because everyone wants to be in the same level. So if the person got like a B minus, she's gonna be sad because she didn't get an A. And at the same time, if I got a B minus, I'm happy because I got a B, like something like this, and I didn't get a C, like something, like, but it's really demanding. Like, if you don't put effort on it, you're not gonna take, you can't relax, basically.
I'm taking 6 classes this semester, and it's a lot. It's really a lot. I remember 2 weeks ago I was crying. I called my mom. I said, "Mom, I want to quit. It's too much. I can't." But then, like you said, you have to put like a lot of effort. Like, you have to say to yourself that you can do it. It's not because English it's not your first language, or because it's easier for others. You just have to tell yourself that you're a persistent student, you can do it, you can have an A, and then believe in yourself, work hard, read, take notes, go to the library, writing center. For essays, I always go there. Get a tutor, I don't know.
it helps.
And that's one of the major things that changes from the IEP to the university life. That the IEP, we can be a little bit relaxed, like, because the amount of things to do is less, and then things are easier. But then, like, because you're learning a language, and then you're learning something else based on this language that you're supposed to know, like, already, and then so that make things harder, like, in this sense.
It is demanding, and you need to compare it. Like, for example, for American student to write some essay, it takes him 1 hour. For you, it will take 3 hours because you will write, you go to the writing center, you have to come back and you have to correct it. So for 3 times it's harder.
For me, like when I take a major class, I try to take an easy class. So I don't study as much as I am for my major class. So like, because I know I'm gonna be studying a lot. Like now I'm taking 5 classes. I'm taking like 3 hard classes and 2 easy A classes. So I don't study, but it depends. Like one of my easy A classes is hard because my professor is hard. I didn't know that.
Normally, they put in their syllabus if they allow you to record the lectures or not. But I think even if you ask them like, "Hey, this is gonna help me" or something, I think they would allow you to record.
It worked for me because my professor was like very fast when she's speaking, so I had to record it to take more notes at home. So she was okay with it.
Yeah, I also recorded my marketing class because I used to. In my first week, I was trying to take notes by hand, and then I couldn't I couldn't catch, and then I started taking notes on the computer. But even like this, it was too fast, so I started recording, and then I would complement my notes listening to the audio. It depends on the class, like discussions, like that were really important, 3 during the semester basically, and then I would record and then listen again.
I recorded, but I've never used them because usually professor they provide you like PowerPoint presentation, and the PowerPoint presentation they derive from the book, so you need to like read the books and look at the PowerPoint. You will be okay.
So you have to keep in mind though, if you record, you're basically listening to the class 2 times, right? Yeah.
For example, some students, they really get mad when I get like a B minus, and I can't understand, like personally, I can't, like, because I know that I put effort on it and then that I studied for it. So if I got a B and I still know the subject, I don't think the B would classify, like, I mean, we have the GPA and everything, but I don't think the B would classify my knowledge, even if like I can explain to you, but I can put it on paper. So I think B is fine. And A, like, it's better, but...
I know, me it's only A.
No, I think it depends on like ambitious you are or not.
Yeah.
And if you are, of course, you will aim to have all A's, and you need to think about the future. After undergraduate, maybe you will apply for a master's degree, and you have to have good GPA.
I actually asked my friends, like they tell me that this class they took it and they recommend it because it's an easy A class. Like
These are international student friends?
yes.
Okay.
Like
so
I took
the
an art
extra-
class, and
Okay.
it's like an elective, and it was easy. But like one of my art classes, it was like a little bit difficult, and I didn't get an A, and I was mad. And I talked to my professor, and she's like, "Do extra work, and I'm gonna like correct your grade for this semester." I took it last semester, so sometimes they're okay with correcting.
Some you use that expression a lot in easy A class. Do Americans use that expression a lot? Do they talk
No,
about?
I think only, I don't know, but like, 'cause I have a lot, like all my friends are international,
Yeah.
so we all talked about like to help each other to like get our GPA higher.
Besides asking my friends, I also look at Rate My Professor, like the website, and then I see like the name of the teacher and then the classes that they teach, and then what are the comments on, like. But like then my first semester I chose a elective class based on that, and it didn't end up well, like really. I started going to class, taking notes, paying attention, and then I got a C as my first exam, and then I got shocked, like what's happening, and then I started studying more, and then I got C again, and I'm like, hey, what's happening, like, and then I studied like 3 times more, and then it ended up well, but even then, like, everyone was saying easy A, and rate my professor. It's really fun. He's funny. It's easy, but it wasn't.
And also, like, you have, I think it's a week before when you have to change.
Yeah, the first week.
The first week you can decide if you want to stay in that class or drop that class.
All the time.
I think it depends on the class. If you have a lot of readings, it's gonna take me. For me, it takes 2 hours because I have to understand everything. Or if it's an essay, 3 hours, 2 hours. This week I have 2 essays. 2 essays. One for English and one for Africana Studies.
But I think it's really based on the subject that you were studying, like, because now 4 of my courses are math-based, so it is not an essay, but you need to take time to do all the 200 exercises that the teacher assigned you per week, and then if you don't do it right, you don't get the point, and then you need to refresh the software, and then it gives you other numbers, and you need to do it again, and then in the English class, you have the essays. It's a little bit like the IEP, like you have a research paper now that I'm doing English 106, and then you have normal readings like text per week, and then you need to do like a reading response or something like this. So, but spending time, I really divide my time between my classes, so that's why I have like a really good like window between my classes, so I can study here, like, and force myself to be in the university and then go to the library and do my things.
Last semester I took 5 classes and I only had 2 final exams. So it depends on the professor. Some professors be like, only midterms, I'm okay with midterms, you don't need to take your final exam. Because if it's final, it also depends on the professors. Sometimes it's cumulative, like from the first day of the semester to the last day. Sometimes it's like it's in parts, part 1, part 2, part 3. So it depends.
Yeah, it really depends. I think just the name finals, it gets you like stressed, but depends on the subject. Is not that much. Like it can be separated per semester, like parts of the semester, so it's gonna be easier. Or then you need to study everything again, revise. That's why the library stays 24/7 open.
And from a graduate perspective, final exams?
It also depends. For example, this semester, for one class I have and finals and paper. For another classes I have only papers, paper, project, paper, and exam.
So I was on the you and the question team, so I write posters, but I quit because the level was low, but I met like a lot of people, and then I am in a fashion club at the university. Like we do runway show. It's so nice. I love it. I have a job too. I work at the gym, so I meet again like a lot of people on campus, outside of campus too. So yeah, you have to get involved. It's the best thing. If you want to have American friends and help and improve your English, that's what you have to do.
I actually joined the Saudi Students Association, and now I'm one of the e-board. So like it really helped me because in the beginning, and like I decided to be one of them, and like to help others. So yeah, and we do activities and all of that. And it's not only because what I like, it's not only includes Saudis, includes like all.
Yeah, in my case, the same. The only organization that I joined is the Brazilian organization. It's good to know like the other Brazilians, and then like it's good. Like if you want to meet like American friends, as she was saying, like you can live at the dorms, you can get involved to the other like organizations. That's gonna be like really helpful.
It depends how fast you finish your work.
Okay.
No, you have a lot of time.
Yeah, I have a lot of time, but like if I have a lot of work and I have to go out, like I would finish my work faster to go out.
Yeah, in my case, for example, I try to don't do anything during the weekends because I know that's gonna be my free time. So
Yeah.
even if I'm staying here like today until 10:30, I won't do anything on Saturday or something like that.